It's about knowing what you want.
Watch for traffic.
And focusing on what matters. Welcome to the next level. This is the Lexus NX. With intuitive tech and our most advanced safety system ever.
You may know us for powering your journey, but we'll be remembered as the energy for your home.
We're home.
With 100% renewable electricity plans for you, your family, and their future.
What's up?
Because all the energy you give to your home,
hey Dad, I'm home,
is worth all the energy we can give to you.
Houston Dynamo FC. Second half action starts now. Here's Glenn Davis and Bobby Boswell.
All right, welcome back to Shell Energy Stadium. What a first half we had.
Talent coming. No idea how they're doing it, but they're doing it. Okay, we'll wrap things up after this with a look ahead to Saturday. 4-0 Inter Miami over Atlanta United tonight. Sports Radio 92.9 The Game.
Preciado would get his first of two in the 45th, and then from the penalty spot in the 63rd. When we come back, we'll get some thoughts from Bobby as we head into penalty kicks. Houston Dynamo and Santos tied at 2. Penalty kicks are up next.
You may know us for powering your journey, but we'll be remembered as the energy for your home.
We're home.
With 100% renewable electricity plans for you, your family, and their future.
What's up?
Because all the energy you give to your home,
hey Dad, I'm home,
is worth all the energy we can give to you.
At MD Anderson Cancer Center, our thoracic subspecialists are raising the standard in lung cancer care. We use advanced genomic testing to develop personalized therapies for each patient's cancer. With leading-edge technology like proton therapy, gamma knife and robotic surgery, and innovative clinical trials, we'll do whatever it takes to help our patients face and overcome lung cancer. Learn more at mdandersonlungcancer.com.
With the Kroger Plus card, it's easy to get lower than low prices for the win. You also earn fuel points on every purchase to save big at the pump. The Kroger Plus card. All you do is win big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. With the Kroger app, no matter where you order free pickup, you get the same great deals as you get in our stores. So start your cart today. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Our priorities, they've changed.
hey Lexus, play my music.
It's not just about getting ahead or the constant grind. It's about knowing what you want.
Watch for traffic.
And focusing on what matters. Welcome to the next level. This is the Lexus NX. With intuitive tech and our most advanced safety system ever.
All right, welcome back to Shell Energy Stadium. We get prepared for penalty kicks here. The Houston Dynamo Santos Laguna. Dynamo really need to win this on penalties. If they do, they would pick up 2 points. It would go to 3. and then they would lie in wait and see what happens with the Santos Orlando City match. So take us into the mindset of what's going on here right now.
Well, the Dynamo, having done penalties, they'll have some experience in there. They've got a new goalie in terms of Steve Clark versus Andrew Tarbell in the last game. Santos is I think they have the advantage because they were able to see the Dynamo take their penalties. They have an idea of where guys are going to go, and that means the guys either have to stick to where they went or switch up their normal routine, whereas the Dynamo have never seen any of the Santos guys shoot recently.
So Herrera and Brunetta right now, with the referee Ismael Melendez determining who's going to take their penalties first. And you won't. Certainly in my case, I would always want to be the first shooter to put the pressure on the opponent.
I think the team's, the new science says that you want to go first. Like you said, it used to be you wanted to go second and kind of have the glory moment where you shoot to win it. But anytime you guys miss, it really swings it, especially as we saw in the last game against Orlando City. Hector misses the first one, and they never recover from it.
Yep. All 5 hit by Orlando City. Cara, Santos, Janssen, Antonio Carlos, and Torres hit the game winner. Hector's was saved, and then it was by Pedro Galese, and then Thor, Coco, and Dorsey, and Smith all converted. Smith was brought on late by Ben Olsen to be an option from the penalty spot, so he will take one. So they're going to take this down at an end where up in the corner is a large conglomerate of Santos fans, so they're going to have a good look at this. Steve Clark, Ibrahim Lahoud are the goalkeepers. So round number 1, the Dynamo will get to shoot first. So Amin Bassi, who was not on the field at the end of the last game, didn't get to take one, is coming up to take the first for the Dynamo. So that's a little bit of a twist because Hector Herrera took the first one, which was saved against Orlando City. So Ben Olsen thinking here, hey, put your best penalty taker here. Knock this one back first, get the momentum.
You always want to put your best shooters first because you never know if they're going to get to those final few.
We've seen people not do that. I agree with you 100%. So here's Amin Bassi. In games, in all competitions, 6 for 6 from the spot. It's Bassi against Lahoud. Penalty kicks. Away we go here at Shell Energy Stadium. Booze raining down from the Santos fans. Lahoud stepped out of goal. So the mind game's going on here between Lahoud and Amin Bassi. Lahoud shuffling side to side on the goal line. Gets a whistle. Here's Bassi. Amin Bassi. Roofs it. Fantastic penalty. This man does not miss from the penalty spot. And the Dynamo get that key opening penalty.
It was a wonderful penalty, just like he's done all year. He's gone every which direction, and we talked about it last game. When you put it into the top bin, the roof of the goal, there's not a goalie on this planet that can pull it out. Just the way they dive, they have to cover so much area that they can't get to the top corner.
So the Argentine playmaker, Juan Brunetta, who has played in the Serie A with Parma. Brunetta now to equal the Bassi goal for Santos. Brunetta now, staring down at the ball. Brunetta takes a step, nails the penalty. After one round, both teams have converted. Brunetta hits his.
We talked about how great Bassi's penalty was. Brunetta with an equally impressive one. It's a short run-up, which usually gives the goalie a little bit of an idea of where you're going, but when you hit it with that much pace into the side netting, again, there's nothing Steve Clark could do.
Thorol Farson converted his penalty against Orlando City. Places his ball down now against Lahoud. So Thorol wants to convert here, keep the pressure on Santos. He takes a deep breath. O'Farson, big long step, rifles it in. Unorthodox penalty, long step, and that ball jumps off his foot into the corner. So Thor O'Farson converts.
It was a really slow walk up with a big stride, kind of gets an idea of where Lahoud's leaning, and he just puts it the other way.
Hit hard, hit low from Thor O'Farson. Now it's the 2-goal scorer, Preciado. Already has scored a penalty tonight against the goalkeeper, Steve Clark, during the match. So there is some mind games going on here. He went to the left of Clark during the game. Let's see what he does here. Harold Preciado against Steve Clark. Round 2. Preciado buries it. We are 2-2 after 2 rounds. Expert penalty taking right now by both the Dynamo and Santos.
Well, I said Preciado and all the pregame stuff I watched, he went the other way, and tonight he went the opposite side both times. Steve Clark guessed the right direction, but not able to get his arms extended. Preciado with his 3rd goal tonight.
Two sides of the stadium, the Santos fans are making a lot of noise here tonight. In fact, they have made this place kind of their home here. It's Ivan Franco for the Dynamo. Here is the Paraguayan against Lahoud. Franco converts. Great penalty from Ivan Franco. Dynamo are 3 for 3.
And Lahoud has gone the same way every time. Maybe the Dynamo know that. I think Franco didn't do a whole lot there in terms of having to hit it hard. He just put it in the open area.
It's Santos now from the spot. Another goal. It's all tied up here. This was Doria, the center back. He hits. And the Brazilian, after 3 rounds, it is 3-3. Brad Smith, who literally only came on for 2 minutes here tonight, was brought on by Ben Olsen. Doria waving to the fans in the corner as the Santos fans waving flags. Brad Smith for the Dynamo now. The Dynamo are 3 for 3 from penalties. We go to the top of the 4th round now. Smith hit one against Orlando City. Smith does it again. Brad Smith with a great penalty. Dynamo keep the pressure on Santos.
This time, we talked about how Lahoud was going to the right every time. He waited a little in the middle. Brad Smith knew he did and just put enough power on it. Didn't put it in the side netting, but put it just off to the side enough to score the goal. Steve Clark's getting a little chirpy with these guys. You know, they were celebrating after every kick and asking the fans to get all riled up, and he's telling them to be quiet. Let's see if he can silence them by saving one.
A lot of head games here. Torres, the center back. Felix Torres had an outstanding game, the Ecuadorian now, against Steve Clark. Torres. He rifles it in. Unbelievable casual penalty. It's as though he hardly took a run up, and he puts it in the upper corner. It's a postage stamp. And it's now 4-4 after 4 rounds, with Luis Casado coming up for the Houston Dynamo. The Colombian at the top of the 5th round.
That's both center backs, taking shots, putting it in the corner. Now you've got Casado. He's got to make this to put pressure on Santos Laguna.
Luis Casado against Lahoud. Casado scores. Under pressure here. A miss, a save. And the Dynamo will win it in penalties.
Casedo again, another short run up. And Lahoud dives to the right again. He just goes the opposite way.
Coming up for Santos Laguna. Raul Lopez, the right back, against Steve Clark. He crosses himself. Lopez blew it over the top. The Dynamo are going to win this. The Dynamo win it in penalties against Santos. They live and breathe on in the Leagues Cup.
We talked about wanting to go first for that exact reason. You make your penalties, you put pressure on the other team, and the pressure was too great for Lopez. He went for the top corner and didn't even hit the crossbar, skied it into the crowd.
Fantastic momentum-winning result for the Dynamo. They will pick up 2 points. They now sit on 3 in a good position. One more match to go in group play. The Dynamo on penalty kicks. 5-4 over Santos. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll wrap it up.
You may know us for powering your journey, but we'll be remembered as the energy for your home.
We're home.
With 100% renewable electricity plans for you, your family, and their future.
What's up?
So, because all the energy you give to your home,
Hey, Dad, I'm home.
is worth all the energy we can give to you.
At MD Anderson Cancer Center, our thoracic subspecialists are raising the standard in lung cancer care. We use advanced genomic testing to develop personalized therapies for each patient's cancer. With leading-edge technology like proton therapy, gamma knife and robotic surgery, and innovative clinical trials, we'll do whatever it takes to help our patients face and overcome lung cancer. Learn more at mdandersonlungcancer.com.
With the Kroger Plus card, it's easy to get lower than low prices for the win. You also earn fuel points on every purchase to save big at the pump. The Kroger Plus card. All you do is win big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. With the Kroger app, no matter where you order free pickup, you get the same great deals as you get in our stores. So start your cart today. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Our priorities? They've changed.
Hey, Lexus, play my music.
It's not just about getting ahead or the constant grind. It's about knowing what you want.
Watch for traffic.
And focusing on what matters. Welcome to the next level. This is the Lexus NX. With intuitive tech and our most advanced safety system ever.
This is the Houston Dynamo FC postgame show on ESPN 97.5. Here's Glenn Davis and Bobby Boswell.
All right, welcome back to Shell Energy Stadium. Uplifting night for the Houston Dynamo on penalty kicks. They defeat Santos Laguna. They stay alive in the Leagues Cup here tonight. Let's go back to the second half here. Dynamo, an outstanding first half, almost hit for a third goal in that time period. Preciado scored late in the first half, and then in the second half, in the 63rd minute, he ties it up from the penalty spot. It's Preciado against Clark. Preciado. 2-2. Santos fans go wild. Preciado's penalty, side-footed to the left of Clark, and it is now 2-2 in the 63rd minute. They put it in overdrive, and we're kind of really pushing the Dynamo at this point. The Dynamo were getting a little bit weary-legged, but remained in it here in this.
The Dynamo had a lot of chances to put the game away or add to their lead, and they didn't. And Preciado was one of our keys to the game. He drew the penalty and scored the penalty, and there was a good stretch there where Santos Laguna was on the front foot. You thought they were going to steal the win with a 3-2 victory.
Dynamo hang on bravely. In fact, created a good chance or two through Griffin Dorsey down the right side. We go on to penalty kicks. Per the rules of the Leagues Cup, you go directly to penalties. You get 2 points for a win and 1 point for a loss in penalties. We go to the fifth round. Luis Caicedo for the Dynamo. At this point, nobody's missed. Luis Caicedo against LaHood. Caicedo scores. Under pressure here. A miss, a save. And the Dynamo will win it in penalties. So Luis Caicedo comes off the bench in the second half, hits a penalty as well.
A few of the guys came off the bench to take penalties, and it was excellent from them. I think with the game in Orlando City, we saw, other than Hector's, they all made them, and then they went 5 for 5 tonight, which they needed to do to give themselves an opportunity.
Yeah, and Ben Olsen put Amin Bassi first, and then to your point, Bobby, Thor, Franco, Smith, Caicedo, all guys that came off the bench here, which leads us to the bottom of the fifth round. Raul Lopez steps up. He's got a score. Here's what we heard. Raul Lopez, the right back, against Steve Clark. He crosses himself. Lopez blew it over the top. The Dynamo are going to win this. The Dynamo win it in penalties against Santos. They live and breathe on in the League's Cup. So they now have a full 3 points. The Dynamo will sit back now. They will look